Welcome to Book Review, Grant Cardone. Every Tuesday from Grant Cardone TV right here in Miami Beach. We're actually in Aventura now. Aventura is just north a little bit of Miami. Still considered Miami. The beach is right over there. I think it's right there, right? Yeah. And every Tuesday I come to you on this channel to share with you a book that I've read that's impacted my life. And it just so happens that Tim Grover, who wrote the book called Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable, is also going to be on the 10X GrowthCon format. He's going to be with me at the 10X GrowthCon. Jared Glant read the book. Jared told me 9 months ago, you have to read Relentless, Grant. You have to read Relentless, Grant. You have to read Relentless. Has somebody ever told you had to read a book and you're like, yeah, whatever, and then you didn't do it? Man, the second I picked the book up, literally maybe within the first 3 or 4 minutes of picking the book up, I was like, dude, I should have read this book a long time ago. And this is one of them. Folks, go get Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable by Tim S. Grover with Sherry Lesser-Wink. I don't know what Sherry's got to do with it. I haven't read the whole book. I'm going to tell you, the first third of this book by itself is worth the book. And so what I want to do is I want to give you a short review of this book, and I'll do this every Tuesday. Post in comments. You watch it on Grant Cardone TV or YouTube after the fact, or you listen to my podcast. Contact my office and tell me about a book I should read and review. Jared Glant, I'm giving you big shout out, buddy, for reviewing for getting me this book. This thing is awesome. Okay. Opening from Tim Grover. By the way, Tim will be with me at the 10X GrowthCon, March 17th, 18th, and 19th in Miami Beach. In April 2013, 4 days before the initial release of this book, my longtime client, Kobe Bryant, tore his Achilles tendon. He says, this is awesome, man. Tim Grover says, it takes years of tireless dedication and unimaginable hard work to build a legacy like Kobe Bryant. It takes a single instant to change everything. This line reminded me of how easy you and I can spend our entire life building out our career, our brand, our reputation, and in a second, everything can change. No one would have blamed Kobe for collapsing in pain and frustration. He could have allowed his teammates to carry him off the court to the predictably solemn applause that loyal fans give their fallen heroes. Instead, he went to the free throw line to finish his work. To me, the only question was whether he'd make one shot or two. Kobe Bryant made both shots. Dude, that's awesome. Then he walked to the locker room. That, Tim Grover says, is relentless. We're not talking about good. We're not talking about great. Folks, we're talking about relentless. You know that thing, that relentless thing? That's what this book's about. You don't have to wait to be told. You don't waver from your goal. When it's time to act, you act instinctively and without hesitation. As you will read in these pages, done and then next. Now, some of you ask me, man, how do you get so much done, man? Okay, the question is answered right here on page 12. Because I move on to the next thing. See, I don't celebrate the done. And Tim Grover's going to talk a lot about how to develop this ability to go from good to great to unstoppable, because that's really where you want to be. I don't want to be good or great. I talk all the time, be great, nothing else pays. Be great, nothing else feels good. But the truth is, you want to be unstoppable. You want to be in that thing where you're like, next. What can I do next? Now, I'm describing, and Tim Grover's doing a great job of describing here, not the champion, not the winner, not the achiever, not the overachiever. These are the people that I talk about in Be Obsessed or Be Averaged. He's talking about the people that make a difference on this planet, whether it be sports or the arts or charity or in business or as a father or as a child, okay, or in schools, the academics. It's like, how do I move to the next thing? Why is Elon Musk consumed with Mars when he's already done so much? The word relentless is used in sports to describe the most intense competitors and achievers imaginable. Those who stop at nothing to get to the end result. In sports, being relentless is measured by victories and trophies and championships and rings. However, in real life, relentless is a state of mind that can give you the strength to achieve, to survive, to overcome, to be strong when others are not. Who needs to be strong when others are not? Every father and every mother in America, or for that fact, in every country, everywhere. Who needs to be strong when others are not? It means craving the end result so intensely that the work becomes irrelevant. I talk about this in the 10X rule. Most people only work to a point to where it feels like work, where you're like, it's 3 o'clock, I got 3 hours left. Oh my God. You're only working hard enough and the work feels relevant. It feels like you got to time it, you got to measure it, okay? This is what he says. Relentless means craving the end result so intensely that the work itself becomes irrelevant. Not just in sports, but in everything you do. The ability to be relentless is in all of us, Tim Grover promises in the book. Again, the book is Relentless, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a couple things that I got out of it. You see my pages are earmarked. I normally use sticky notes. Okay, check this out. I'm on page 16. Tim Grover. He's going to start talking about cleaners here in a second, dude. The cleaner's a bad, bad, bad man. He's having a conversation with Dwyane. Dwyane had a knee surgery, okay, back in the day. I told him, Dwyane, one championship ring back in 2006 isn't enough. You need at least 3 rings to have a career to be considered meaningful. See, this is where, like, think about what he's telling this dude, okay? Dwyane's just won championship, man. He's got the big ring, dang. That ring's so big he walks like this, right? And what does Grover tell him? Bro, you need 3 rings for anybody to even. Now, his wife's not telling him that, okay? His mama's not telling him that. His cousin, his buddies, the people he grew up with, they're all like, man, Wade, you're the best, dude. You're the best. You're unbelievable. But you got to know, man, for you to get to that freaking place of, unstoppable, of legends. And maybe this book isn't for you if you don't want to go there. This is about getting above the top, okay? This is about sitting on the perch, that catbird seat where you look down on all the peasants. You know, the peasants. I'm not being demeaning here. I'm talking about everybody that lives below their potential. I've been a peasant most of my life. I still consider myself a peasant. I was in a meeting in New York. The average account with this particular financial institution is $800 million. I am a mere peasant to their average client. That's not to put me down or make me wrong. It's to say, hey, I only got 1 ring, dude. For me to be considered meaningful, I need 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 rings. This is what moves Tom Brady. This is what moves the legends. Look, Grover says in the book, by the way, Tim's going to be with me on March 20th, March 18th. He's going to be in Miami, 17th, 18th, 19th. He's going to be with me on the 18th. I think he's speaking on the 18th with me. Dude, this guy, I'm telling you, game changer right here. This game changing time, baby. I don't believe in long, windy pep talks or speeches. This is what Jared showed me that caused me to pick him. I don't believe in long, windy pep talks or speeches. Anything that requires a long explanation probably isn't the truth. Totally agree with that. When I say something to one of my players, he knows he's getting the truth. On the night of Game 5, when the Heat won the title, the note in my pocket read, in order to have what you really want, you must first be who you really are. So Tim Grover really acknowledges my life and my career in this book. When I read this, I'm like, dude, that's me. Okay. Doesn't that feel good to know, hey man, I've reached that spot? Don't you want to know that about you? The way to get that, folks, is to get some guidance, okay? To read a book and say, how can I do this in my life? Don't just read the lines. Being relentless means never being satisfied. It means creating new goals every time you reach your personal best. I talk about this in Obsessed. You reach your target of $1 million, you multiply, okay? Hey, how do I go to the next level? You reach that level, how do I go to the next level? When's enough? For the relentless are unstoppable. It's always next. It's not done. It's what's next, okay? If you're good at it, it means you don't stop. If you're good, it means you don't stop until you're great. If you're great, it means you fight until you're unstoppable. It means you become a cleaner. A cleaner. Greatness makes you legend. Being the best makes you an icon. If you want to be great, deliver the unexpected. If you want to be the best, deliver a miracle. Dude, I'm getting so inspired reading this to you again, okay? I started marking the whole freaking book up because I get all jacked up like I'm going to mark it and remember it. I'll never forget it. Check this out, okay? We're all used to hearing about the closer at the ultimate competitor, right? The closer in the sales room, the boiler room, closed a deal, closed a business deal. We're all used to hearing about the closer, the ultimate competitor, the guys you can always count on to finish out the game or make the deal or get whatever you need. The closer does what he's supposed to do. He gets the credit. He goes home a happy hero. But forget that, he said. Think bigger. There's a level higher than the closer, completely attainable, but so special that most people don't even dare to dream of it. Think about Michael Jordan. He wasn't a closer, man. He's a legend. He's way, way beyond just closing a game out, right? Look at Brady. How do you do that? Okay? That's not a closer, folks, okay? That's something way beyond. You're operating at miraculous levels now. Grover and I actually believe every person, no matter your disabilities, no matter what you have going on, no matter your situation in life, believe you have that cleaner in you. He talks about the ultimate cleaner. Michael never cared about achieving mere greatness. He cared about being the best ever. Greatness makes you a legend. Being the best makes you an icon. If you want to be great, deliver the unexpected. If you want to be the best, deliver a miracle. Okay? Why do I call them cleaners? Because they take responsibility for everything. Have you heard that before, Robert? I have. Everything, man. Everything. You take responsibility for the competition, for the stadium, for the game, for the clock, for the audience, right? For the popcorn, for the Cokes, for the entry, for the dirt outside, for the stuff on the carpet. Everywhere you look for being responsible, you micromanage the event. You're a cleaner. You got to read this book, dude.
I've read it 4 times.
Yeah,
dude,
why don't you tell me how good it is?
Dude, it's sick. It's so good.
Cleaners take responsibility for everything. When everything goes wrong, they don't blame others. They never really count. They don't. When something goes wrong, they don't blame others because they never count on anyone else to get the job done in the first place. They just clean up the mess and move on. Think about the custodian who quietly works alone late at night. He calls no attention to himself. No one sees his work. No one knows what he does, but the job always gets done. The cleaner is never the first person you bring into a deal. He's the last person you bring in when it's finally obvious that no one else can handle the situation. No conversation, no panic, no discussion. When I read this, I'm like, wow, man, I'm a cleaner. I'm not a closer. I am a closer, okay? But when I need to really get the deal done, really go to the next level, really achieve those freaking miraculous effects, results, I go in a cleaner mode. That's what Tom Brady did in the Super Bowl. He went from closer to cleaner, okay? Cleaners are rule breakers. This gives you permission. I tried to do this in Be Obsessed or Be Average. I'm going to tell you, Tim Grover does a better job of making this point than I did in my book. Cleaners are rule breakers when they have to be. They only care about the end result. When things go wrong and everyone starts to panic, the cleaner is calm and unflappable, cool and steady, never too high or low, never too happy or too depressed. He never sees problems, only situations to resolve. And when he finds a solution, he explains nothing. He doesn't waste time explaining it. He just says, I got this.
That's my favorite. That's
Okay,
my favorite.
I got this. Cleaners have a dark side. Woo! And a zone you can't enter. They get what they want, but they pay for it in solitude. Excellence is lonely, Grover says. They never stop working physically or mentally because it gives them too much time to think about what they've had to endure and sacrifice to get to the top. Most people are afraid to climb that high because if they fail, the fall will kill them. Cleaners are willing to die trying. Dun 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 dun. They don't worry about hitting a ceiling or the floor. Look, to the cleaner, there is no ceiling and there is no floor. Cleaners can't be invented by media or hype. They're self-made. Now, look, I tried to get a TV show. I tried to go on Fox. I tried to get the CNBC thing. I tried to write for articles. Nobody wanted me to write for them. I can get you a new article every day. Nah, we got it. Tried to get a TV show. Nah. But this is what he says, man. The cleaner can't be invented by media or hype. They're self-made. And whatever they have, they've earned it. Maybe that's what this is about. It's not about luck. It's not about hard work. It's about how do you become relentless and unstoppable, right? Everybody's like, man, how do you stay positive? Dude, you got to get to the next thing. Okay? The idea, you're like, how do I stay positive? You got to get in this mode where you're in the next thing, the relentless mode, not the doing mode, not the work mode, right? Cleaners can't be invented, baby, okay? Check this out. Cleaners, he says, don't care about bling and the showy lifestyle. They look at the bottom line. Why did I buy a plane? I didn't buy a plane to show off. I bought a plane to get me places. Why did I buy that little white car out there that's all fancy, okay? Well, I didn't buy the white car. Somebody else bought it for me. That's a cleaner, okay? All right? All that matters is the end result, not the instant gratification along the way. There's coolers, there's closers, there's cleaners. Look, if you get this book and all you learn is about the cooler, the closer, and the cleaner, you will have spent your time and your money correctly. A cooler is careful. He waits to be told what to do. Watches to see what everyone else is doing, and then he follows the leader. He's a mediator, not a decision maker. He's not taking sides unless he's forced to. He can handle a certain amount of pressure when things are going well, but when things get too intense, he kicks the problem to someone else. He's the setup guy, keeping things cool until the closer or the cleaner can take over. Not good, not bad, but definitely not relentless. Okay, check this out. A closer can handle a lot of pressure. He'll get the job done if you put him in the right situation and tell him exactly what you need him to do. I always thought I was a closer, but nobody has to tell me what to do, okay? He'll study all sorts of scenarios so he can anticipate what might happen. That's great. That's awesome. But he's uncomfortable when faced with something unexpected. I'm having all my staff read this book.
The book is brilliant.
He seeks attention and credit. I did that. I did that closer deal. He loves rewards and perks associated with his fame and would choose financial security over winning or success. Wow. He would choose financial security over winning or success. A cleaner is rarely understood, and he likes it that way. Here's what he's talking about, okay? Closers. Cleaners. Amazing careers. There's 2 pages, page 28 and 29. It's just like ridiculous. Cleaners never feel as if they've achieved success because they always want more to do. Cleaners rarely congratulate you for doing your job. They expect you to do that. Is that me? I rarely tell anybody a good job. Cleaners don't have to show who's in charge. They already know who's in charge. Cleaners, doesn't matter what a cleaner eats. He'll still be hungry again in an hour. Folks, the book is called Relentless. The author is called my friend, Tim Grover. He wants to show you how to be relentless and unstoppable in your life, okay? Highly recommend you go get this book today. Order it today from Amazon. If they ask you who referred you, say it was the GC, the Godfather of sales, your brother, your uncle. Call me what you want, man. I'm here for you every Tuesday to do a book review. Tim Grover, the author of this book, will be with me at the 10X Growth Conference in Miami. If you've gotten your ticket already, please post and comment that you've hooked up. I want to congratulate you. Also, put down in comments your email. I have a free gift to you to send to you for watching the show today. It's going to be a free gift and my notes from this show so you can see what I got out of Relentless. Hey, let's go. Let's get that Relentless. What you want to be, a cooler, a closer, or do you want to be the cleaner? Okay? Create that Relentless mode in you. Tim Grover believes it's in you. I believe it's in you. Grab the book today. Become unstoppable in your life. Screw good. Screw great. Let's throw them away and let's become relentless. Thanks for watching. And on